Jake, good morning.
Oh, good morning. I'm sorry about that.
No, I was going to say sweet moves. I didn't know you had it in you.
Wow, you have such good taste in dance. It's that was a little nauseating, but yeah, thanks.
Was that fun? And what happens? You get the script and it just says like free expression dance scene, and then you interpret it your own way?
That was not written in the screenplay, because if it had been, I probably wouldn't have done the movie.
You'd have been scared.
But I, you know, Jean-Marc Vallee, who directed this movie and who directed Dallas Buyers Club and Wild and stuff, he sort of fly by the seat of his pants, and so he just called me up and he said, I have this idea about a dance sequence. I think when your character kind of starts to realize that there is joy in life and stuff, that he's going to just dance. And I'm not going to tell you what songs are. I'm just going to give you an iPod with earphones, and wherever we are, wherever we're shooting, we're going to just do it. So we just said, we're on the streets of New York, and he just said, it's time to dance. And
it's not like there was a big production and everyone's thinking, oh, it must be a movie. No. He kind of just put you out there dancing like a crazy person.
Yeah, yeah, he did. He just shoots without a huge crew and not a lot of people watching, and you get to be who you really are. So in that way, I guess I really am just a fantastic dancer.
It is. Your inner dancer has been waiting to come out all these years.
My tiny dancer.
It is your tiny dancer.
Yeah, it is.
We spent a lot of time on the dancing. Actually, it's a decent way to start to talk about this movie, because on the one hand, I described it. I mean, it sounds like it's going to be terribly sad.
Yeah.
Your character loses his wife, but it's very unconventional and quirky and funny, I dare say, about how he deals with it. He literally demolishes things.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's lived his life before the movie even begins in this very conventional way, in a way that everybody says you should. You know, society tells you should. And I think he lost himself as a result. He's never really listened to himself. So when this tragedy happens, I think he doesn't even know how he feels. And so the journey becomes how he gets to feel again and finding himself again. And he does the oddest things. I mean, his father-in-law tells him, you know, you have to take things apart in order to put them back together and to learn about yourself. So he literally takes everything apart and demolishes his entire house. And somehow his expression in the physical world leads him back into himself.
It's interesting because when I think of your body of work and all the movies you've done, you've taken on huge challenges. I mean, Brokeback Mountain comes to mind, and yet you said this role was intimidating.
I think because when you play a character and it feels far away from you and you spend a lot of time in preparation, you know, and you're researching, I think that separates you from the person you're playing. Jean-Marc has a whole different way of looking at things. He wouldn't allow me to prepare. He basically told me to show up on set. There is no makeup or lighting on his movies. He just show up and start working. You know, I think being present and trying to be true to yourself in moments and just show all the embarrassing stuff and also the things you sometimes hide from in performances is intimidating and uncomfortable, and ultimately, though, really wonderful.
It takes courage, just like the dancing, just to bring it full circle.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to talk about courage when you're talking about acting, but because there are a lot of people in the world with a lot more courage than actors. But in terms of that, yeah, spending some time with yourself in today's world does seem to take courage.
Yeah, I have to say, I did read that the director, who obviously is quite intense, required mandatory parties every week, and I love that. And did you throw one?
Yeah, the acting department threw a party.
The acting department.
Yeah, Chris Cooper, Naomi Watts, and we threw a party, and it was, in my opinion, the best party of any department. But everybody voted in the end, and I think the art department won. So
go art department.
Yeah, well, they just know how to party.
Yeah,
and they really do.
Jake Gyllenhaal, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Always good to see you. And Demolition opens in theaters.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.